First of all, let me apologize to all my beautiful people out there that follow me. Some of the people that are new to the channel. I haven't been in the mix as much as I should have been. Certainly after and before the Atlanta game, I should have been there, but I was doing some other stuff. I was out in the street actually delivering packages to people's houses, which is a whole other story for another time. Here we are at the end of the season, and we're trying to maintain our position in the number one position. I was speaking with my wonderful, beautiful brother, Kamazi, and he was telling me that there's a scenario in which they actually basically tanked the game was against the Giants, which I think is impossible at this point. They literally would have to be on IV drips, laying on the fucking ground in order for the Giants to win the game. And I think they would still find a way to lose. Drew Lock is pathetic. I wish to God that I could be a Giants backup quarterback like Drew Lock, do absolutely nothing, not contribute anything, and get $5 million for that shit. It's a fucking joke, and it's unfucking believable that, and this is all Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, and of course the owner, Mr. Mara's fault that this has gone to the point that it's gone to. And I got a great little thing to show you right here. And it's on my tablet. And it's an article. And it's from Athlon Sports, right? And it reads, Malik Nabers sends another message to the Giants fans after a loss. New York Giants receiver Malik Nabers has a message for the fans who have grown frustrating with the perpetual losing seasons. On Sunday, MetLife will be close to empty for the New York Giants and Indianapolis Colts, with playoff implications out the window and a solid quarterback play a distant memory. There are strikingly few reasons to tune in. Guess what? Those tickets are selling for $9 a piece. And I'm talking about the low seats. I'm talking about seats that probably cost you hundreds of dollars. They're selling them for $9. I heard in some cases you can actually get free tickets. If you are living in the New York area and you got nothing else to do to watch these bumbling fools lose, but you want to go around the stadium and just have a stadium day, today would be the day to do it, all right? You make your way out there. I'm sure you won't have anywhere near the normal traffic you will have getting to the Meadowlands. And you can go to MetLife and get yourself a Frank, get yourself a cold beer, sit anywhere the fuck you want, and laugh at the Giants up close. And also, you'll probably get a couple of good shots of Malik maybe catching a pass. If I had it my way, I would give Tommy DeVito the last game. Fuck Drew Lock, okay? And then, on top of that, I want everybody that likes NFL, everybody that likes the New York Giants. Do you really want to hand over a guy like Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders to Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll? There's some people out there that are going to be available or could be available. Of course, you know my pick. If you don't remember what I've said for the last 15 fucking videos, here it is again. Louis Riddick for GM. Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, head coach of the New York Giants. Right. So in this article, more importantly, Nabers is part of the solution. He's a blue chip talent to surround an eventual passer, and his talent has catapulted him towards a leadership role in the locker room. Again, if we go back to the beginning of the season, you knew you were getting Malik Nabers. You still had Daniel Jones. And had you had some kind of foresight, you would not have paid Daniel Jones all that money. You still would have had Saquon. You still would have had Xavier McKinney over there helping that young DBs and cornerbacks and safeties. McKinney is, as far as I can tell, like number 3, number 4, as far as with some of the badass leadership in the defensive back area in the NFC. You would have had all that. And then to get rid of Saquon and disrespect the man the way he did. Get rid of Xavier McKinney. The year before, you get rid of Leonard Williams. He's at the top of his game, right? For what you've gotten out of getting draft picks like Jalen Hyatt and having Slay all these years, you could have went ahead and kept Shep. Because Shepard has made some big plays for Tampa Bay, which we won't get into Tampa Bay losing that game against Dallas at the moment, but we will get to that. It's tough on everybody, Neighbors said on Thursday. It's not just tough on me. It's tough on everybody. I'm continuing to keep my mental strong, continue to move forward, continue to try to better the team, better myself, lead by example. I feel like that's really all we can do in this state of mind that we are going through. With 2 games to play, Neighbors already set the franchise record for receptions by a rookie. They'll have a shot at breaking Los Angeles Rams receiver Puka Nacua's league-wide rookie record for catches too, and will hold it to, if he can, to outpace Las Vegas Raiders tight end Brock Bowers. Oh, 2 pet peeves right there. How in the world did you see in the Atlanta game when they threw to Daniel Bellinger and he got up with the ball and he had the ball like this and he goes, ah! Why? Because he finally got the ball. And you could have been passing it to him the whole time. We should be developing Theo Johnson as the second tight end behind Bellinger. But again, Brian Daboll is a fucking clown that didn't utilize the man. All right? So, again, I want all these fucking bums gone. And I'm praying for it. Oh, by the way, there's a guy, got some money, I guess, and for a couple of months now, he's been trying to fly a plane by Giant Stadium on game day, telling Mr. Mara to get rid of everybody. You know, he said, in this dumpster fire, or something like that, flying a little plane with a little sign on it that goes by. Supposedly, according to another article I read, I guess Mr. Mara had a little flex and he got the plane grounded. So we won't be seeing that for the Indianapolis game. But then again, there might be another way to get to the man. Since he doesn't answer his phone or read his mail from the fans, because he doesn't want to hear what he already fucking knows. And that was a decision that you allowed to happen, all right? Continuing on with this article, yet his yardage has lagged behind. Neighbors has turned 154 targets into 97 catches, 969 yards, and 4 scores. Good, but decidedly not great. Numbers. Without a legitimate starting quarterback, Neighbors has been rendered less impactful than his talent would suggest. It also means that he's on the league's worst team, something he vows to change. He says, I feel like that just burning inside me to try to make things shake as many through these last two games. And with the last home game that we got. Neighbors said, I want to thank all the fans for coming out and supporting us through the season. It's been a tough one. But we're building up a lot of fire to push into next year. Thanks to those fans that came out and support us this year. He's more Giant and more representative of the Giant spirit than the management, head coach, and owner are combined. So my hat's off to Neighbors for saying these words to try to bolster the fans' hope for next year. And that's all we've been doing, hoping from one year to the other, ever since Eli's been gone. It's been one car crash after the other. And you can end it, Mr. Mara, if you go ahead and get rid of these 2 bums and do some hard target soul searching about who you fucking pick next. You pick some little soft, lily-livered asshole, from Boston, like Gettleman, or all these other bums that you have brought through the doorway. You need tough, strong football, all right? You need people that have an experience with football, not a pencil fucking pusher, like stinking ass Shane that's sitting there shuffling his papers and going, oh, what do I look like paying $12 million? I have a $12 million running back to a $40 million quarterback. Like the fucking schmuck that you are. Now they're both gone. And what do you got? You got fucking sand pouring through your fucking hand while you sit there in the fucking box by yourself. I can't wait to watch today's game to see your dumb ass sitting up there while we get our ass kicked by the fucking Colts. Piece of shit. But we've got to get better. We've got to go out there and put on a show. We've been trying to, but things haven't been the thing that we've been expecting. But yes, next year the fire is burning up inside me to give those fans a show anytime I'm out there and on the field. That's why I continue to go out there and try to be the life of the fans, try to be the life of the team. That's why I continue to go out there and show my skills and try to lead by example and be that guy. Neighbors have raised some eyebrows for perceived shots at the Giants' play calling and the need to get him involved early in games. But New York knew who Neighbors was when it drafted him, and that he's well aware of the impact that he can make, and that he grows frustrated when he's not given the opportunity to dominate. And yeah, that's all well and good. But who you're fucking supposed to be throwing to, you dumb son of a bitch, is the tight ends. And again, you're looking through the league. If you watch NFL all year, all you see is tight ends fucking making plays. And you do that early in the game so you can get the ball to the fucking wide receivers. But the only person who doesn't fucking know that is fucking Brian fucking Daboll. And a class filled with strong receiver prospects that's competitiveness endeared him to the Giants' brain trust. And I love that phrase, Giants' brain trust. Really? What is it? The size of a fucking pea? Not even the collective group of them together? If a giant, you know what, came out of the sky and effed them all in their skull, you would have what? Something that filled up something this size for their fucking brains? Brain trust. As New York stares down the final 2 weeks of the season, unceremoniously trudging towards their number one pick, there isn't much left for Neighbors to do but hope that competitiveness creates positive momentum towards the next era of Giants football. Wow, I love that. The next era of Giants football? We've had a whole decade of dog shit. Fight stronger to win. Hold everybody accountable. Rally the guys up. That really all we can do right now is rally everybody up and continue to go out there and fight. And I have to say, and I will say this in all honesty, I truly believe that this team does still play for each other, but they have no. I mean, your fucking play calling is absolutely horribly pathetic, and I can't see the scenario in which Brian Daboll suddenly has plays where he's moving the pocket for his young, new, first high pick quarterback. I don't see it. If you didn't do it this year when you still had an opportunity to do it, and you're standing there, it's either one of two things. You knew for a fact that you was something that you're supposed to be doing, and you just made the quarterback stand in the pocket because you wanted to lose those games to get to that number one pick. That would make more sense to me than the fucking terrible play calling that you got going on out there. I mean, shit show play calling. Like so many games back where you did the flea flicker on 1st and 10. Like, what the fuck are you doing a flea flicker then? Oh, no, it was 3rd and 1, and you do a flea flicker on 3rd and 1. You have 1 yard to get the first down, and you do a flea flicker. That was when Daniel Jones was still here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm so disgusted. I can barely make the videos. I was first making the videos so that it could help me make it through this shit season that we've had because of these fucking idiots. And now I can barely get in front of the camera to talk to you about it because I guess the therapy sessions for me have just worn me out. But at any rate, here we are today. It's Sunday morning. We're getting ready for the next ass whooping and maintain our line to number one. And yeah, I'm going to look up later what the different scenarios that could happen that would stop the Giants from getting the pick that I want them to get, which is Cam Ward. But even bigger still, can we all get together and find a way to send a mental, physical, audio, or email, or as my man said in the movie Thor, can I send a letter by Raven, an electronic message to fucking John fucking Mara to wake the fuck up, get rid of these fucking bums, and give me Louis fucking Riddick and Brian Flores as the next head coach of the New York Football Giants. All we can hope for is that we can make it through. Deuces. Let's go, New York Giants.